If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. For the record, I didn't really pay attention right away to this, but I realized like after in the video that they get Team of the Season plus chemistry links. Very key thing to mention, okay? Okay, guys, so we have some new evolutions to take a look at today. We have two different ones. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at those bad boys, right? So the first one that we're going to be taking a look at is the Ultimate Team of the Season. Ultimate Team of the Season glowup. Yeah, Ultimate Team of the Season glowup, because this one is the newer one. There's going to be a couple of different options you can go with when it comes to this one. A couple of different options. Let's see here. Ultimate Team of the Season glow up. So it's this one right here. So obviously, the boost is pretty significant, right? Especially if you kind of went down a route with certain cards to improve them to be as good as possible, right? So with this improvement, you get massive stats increase, a rapid plus, you get intercept, you get skill moves +1, passing, dribbling, defending, you get first touch plus, incisive pass. Like, to be honest, there's already a couple of things already pretty nice, right? A lot of passing stuff on the cards. I need tiki-taka with all the passing playstyles is definitely a W. Press proven plus. I'll tell you guys this right now that playstyle is one of my favorites in the game nowadays, right? Definitely one of my favorites. So this is a pretty cool evolution. Obviously going to be a ton of choices. The first choice that pops up on Footbin is obviously this card right here. So if you did go in the direction of the cut inside into the Ultimate Team of the Season glow up, you get a free version of Cole Palmer, who is a 5-star player, medium work rates, and very well formatted, right? Because with this card, you go in the direction of giving him an engine chemistry style, right? Pace massively increased. His shooting is now at a 99 for finishing and shot power, so you don't have to worry about that specific area. Passing on the card is going to be improved as well on that engine chemistry style, and then you're going to be giving him that balance boost as well, right? The playstyle pluses that have been added to the card, I would say except for Rapid Plus, I don't care too much about Rapid Plus on a personal level, right? But first touch plus, press proven plus, very good. You know, he actually has some defensive capabilities too. Like, they gave him an intercept, right? Which is obviously a really big deal, because let's say you wanted to use this card as your attacking oriented center mid, you could totally do that, right? Even if you have a card like this in the cam position, right? And you just work with his body type feeling a certain way sometimes. The fact that he has the intercept to help you out in those defensive areas is also another big plus, right? So obviously, if you did go down this route for that cut inside for Cole Palmer, you get a pretty significant card, to be fair, right? Like, a lot of really cool stuff to work with there. This guy is trending as a League 2 player, but he is a 5-star, 4-star player, high, medium work rates. He's trending, and he looks decent, to be fair. I mean, I would still go in the Hunter direction, right, to increase his pace as well as his shooting. This one is going to be extinct, absolutely, because of the French improvements, right? Like, obviously the French card is going to be a really big variable to work with, regardless of the fact that he's from League 2. If you have a bunch of French players in your team, a bunch of icons as well, as an attacker, he does look like a very interesting choice because, one, his physical stats is already in a very good area. I do personally feel like you're going to improve the pace no matter what. It might not even necessarily be a direction of you giving him a Hunter. Like, if you went with a Catalyst, I wouldn't be completely against this, because on the Catalyst, he still has the minimum of 95 finishing, and you guys know how finishing is in this game anyways. Like, I'm gonna have a car that has 99 base finishing, and I would still need to green tile my strikes, right? So the card looks really solid. Like, his dribbling stats is in a solid area. He's a 5-star skiller. The key thing here, right, is the play styles that he's given. So he has first touch plus and press proven plus, while working with the fact that he's a 6-foot tall player, right? Other play styles he has: regular, intercept, incisive pass, tiki-taka. They gave him some pretty decent added stuff, right? No finesse shots, no Trivela or anything like that, but I mean, for a card that could have just been chilling in your club, right? And now you have a crazy evolution that has been improved by this much. It's pretty insane, right? It's a pretty significant improvement for a card like that. Romero is an AC Milan player, right? Right wing, turns him into a five-star player, medium work rates. I think with a card like this, he's kind of strangely formatted in a way, because again, I'd probably use him as an attacking oriented center mid, because the way that he's formatted, I would probably go in the direction of potentially giving him a gladiator chemistry style, right? Because the sprint speed for meta in the main attack, it might be low depending on the types of tactics that you do end up using. But because he needs that significant finishing boost, but you can give him the gladiator to give him some extra defensive stuff, it's helpful, right? Because with a card like this, interception stats very high, but he also has the regular intercept as well, right? Which is a huge W to work with as the attacking oriented center mid. So right wing, right mid position changes perfectly fine to work with, especially with the medium work rates, because again, this card is 5'5", but I can imagine his left stick dribbling being incredibly responsive in game because of how small he is with the play styles that he's also given. Like, he has a technical, he has the press proven plus, the first touch plus, right? So that's a lot of really cool stuff to work with. So again, this is an improvement from the Milan card, right? Silver rated version. So it's only one improvement to get them all the way up until this, right? So these cards, they will be extinct right away. Obviously, if you went down a route where, you know, you're an AC Milan fan and you keep hold of all of your AC Milan players, then good for you. You get a card that looks really solid, right? And you get him for free. So a pretty cool player there as well. You can't really go wrong with that, right? Palmer is going to have different variations as well. I don't think it's going to be like just one, right? You could see Ultimate Team of the Season Glow Up. He is going to have quite a few options, right? So there's some that if you went in the right side star direction, Ultimate Team of the Season Glow Up, boom, you get some improvements there. There's some other ones too, like Welcome to Evolutions, like a rock into Ultimate Team of the Season Glow Up, so on and so forth, right? So some of these cards are going to have more options to work with because you've been improving them over the course of time, right? With a card like this on the Ultimate Team of the Season Glow Up, because it's just like a one upgrade for the most part, he's kind of formatted like that, right? So really cool stuff, to be fair. Hazard looks really nice as well. Really significant improvement on a card like this that is a five-star player, silver rated version. With him, it's a little bit weird because you would have to try to get some meta players from this league, which, I mean, to be fair, they actually do have a few. I didn't actually realize this. Like, Alderweireld could be decent. Those are good play styles. Vertonghen has one too, but I'm looking more at Alderweireld. I feel like Alderweireld could be a decent one, but center backs, I tell you guys all the time, you try to go as full meta as possible. Always be mindful that some people, if they went down the sentimental routes, they're probably going to have some options in the defensive areas that are pretty nice too. But yeah, 5-star on this card. Again, another strangely formatted card because its reactions is very low and his acceleration sprint speed is kind of formatted a certain way. No defensive stats, so it kind of feels like you want to give him a hunter chemistry style, but then your reactions and your, well, just the reactions is the only thing that's on the lower side on the card, is a little bit low, right? But again, it's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to try it out because he does have the press proven plus to work with play styles wise. He has a few different interesting variables, right? Reactions being increased would definitely be a really big one. This is a silver improvement as well, right? So you would have to somehow snipe the card to be able to get him, but he is a five-star player, right? Some really significant improvements. Passing is in a decent area. He has some defensive capabilities, and then for physical, 97 for strength as well. I feel like for this specific evolution, there's going to be like a bunch of options to work with, right? Like there's going to be a whole lot of lower rated options that people are definitely going to be looking into for sure, right? Haraldson, center forward as well, five-star capabilities, high work rates. A card from Iceland, right? So a card that plays for the Icelandic national team that is usable now, right? Like this is the W type of cards, right? Because I think with a card like this, you would just go in the direction of giving him a Hawk chemistry style to make sure that you give him that proper physical increase, the proper shooting increase, as well as the pace increase, while working with a five-star capability, right? 5'10", high work rates might not necessarily be the best, but again, the playstyle pluses that he's given are definitely big W's. This card doesn't have any shooting playstyles, but yet again, it's a card that they give defensive stats to, right? So that defensive stat increase is always the thing to look into, because when you have dribbling stats like this, and then you can go in the direction of, you know, potentially giving him an anchor chemistry style, it looks like a pretty decent attacking oriented center mid again, right? For that 4-3-2-1. We always mention attacking oriented center mids, guys, in this game, because the game is very linear when it comes to the meta of the 4-3-2-1, right? It's just the most effective tactic to use for the most part, because this game is robotic and idiots made it, right? But anchor chemistry style for that defensive boost definitely adds to the card a lot, right? Because you can kind of use them in a way where you can use them as an actual attacker if you're an Icelandic fan, or, you know, you get a card like this that can be used in just kind of like both areas, right? So really cool card there as well. We have a card like this, Fall, who plays for Barcelona. Yeah, I wouldn't go in this direction unless you're a Barca fan and you just like to use the Barca players. I mean, honestly, if you did this, no, it's not that terrible, right? Like, if I were to use him, it would have to be as a right back, because as a center back, he needs more playstyle pluses for him to be good in the defensive areas, right? But the playstyles, if it's in the right back position, it's not as bad, right? Also, if you rotated him as like a CDM in game as well, that wouldn't necessarily be horrible. But yeah, more for the Barca fans for this one, I would say. The improvements are definitely very nice. I would definitely use him more as a right back than an actual center back, because of the play styles that he's kind of lacking in, I would say. Right, so definitely look into that. And Cecil, I definitely don't pronounce this guy's name correctly for sure. But this card looks incredible, right? Very, very good improvements for him. Definitely an obvious Hunter chemistry style, in my opinion, because of the pace boost as well as the shooting boost. Putting him in an area where it's perfect in the shooting department, passing's in a decent area, but his dribbling, key thing here to mention is that everything that is the most important ones is 99, and then reactions is still very important, obviously, but 87 is not bad, because again, the playstyle pluses, right? First touch plus, press proven plus, and he's a shorter player at 5'9", right? So he's probably going to feel a little bit more agile to work with, moves across the pitch pretty quickly. From the silver improvement as well, this card is definitely going to be extinct without a shadow of a doubt, especially since he does provide you with those Brighton links in the Premier League, right? So some people might have some evolutions from that team as well. But again, the improvements are definitely very drastic. If you need specific links in your team, this guy can provide it for free, right? 5-star, 4-star player. You can't really go wrong with this, right? There's going to be some pretty decent chemistry links that you can work with if you have been improving some previous cards, right? This guy right here, Jeremy Menez, is a club legend for me personally. This guy was an absolute beast in the old days, man. Like, this guy was... I used to use his rare gold card like for a very large majority of the year. This card, to be fair, he is a little bit poorly formatted just because the pace is very, very low for the current meta of the game. However, not to say that he's a terrible card, because he wouldn't be a terrible card. This card... yeah, you could technically use him as an attacker that's like an aggressive cam. You could use him as a striker as well. The reason why people are interested in this one, again, is because of the French links that he provides, while being someone who is a 5-star player. That's always going to be the big variables to work with. So again, because he's 6 foot tall, the playstyle pluses might compensate for the dribbling as well, making him a little bit more responsive in game. So definitely an interesting choice there if you kind of went down that direction. This card... oh, that's me realizing that they have the plus versions. Like the team of the season plus for the links, right? So obviously, not as bad to work with, but still, they're helpful if you put them towards certain leagues and stuff, right? Okay, so what else do we have here? Let's see some other options. Pick. RTFM should do this card. he should 100% do this card. It's got to be trending. There's no way. Really? Let's see it from the... hold on. We can upgrade pick. Run the pick. Okay, it wasn't just me. I wasn't the first one that just thought of this. The whole comment section, dude. Yeah, he should do this. German player called Pick. 5-star, 5-star. I'm so happy I wasn't the only person that thought of that. Hunter chemistry style to boost the pace as well as the shooting on the card. Dribbling will be in a pretty decent area. He is a 5-star, 5-star player. Play styles, he has rapid plus, first touch plus, press proven plus, technical, intercept, incisive pass, and the tiki-taka with some decent passing capabilities while working with a 99 for stamina, right? So yeah, he actually has a few different stuff as well that actually makes him quite usable in game, right? So very good play styles as well. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. No idea. It's so crazy, man, with the inclusion of playstyles nowadays, because these types of cards, honestly, they would be nuts if you release these sort of evolutions in FIFA 15 without the inclusions of playstyles. You know what I'm saying? Because this card would be really nuts. As a Romanian player, 6'3", medium high work rates, and then you would go in the direction of potentially a shadow chemistry style, like the improvements are pretty crazy, right? But because he doesn't really have too many playstyles, and the playstyles that he does have are more for like the midfielders and attackers, it's kind of a waste if you go that direction, right? Brian, is this from the other card? Oh, this is from the silver card. This is if you want to go in the direction of Granada. Welcome to Evolutions into Ultimate Team of the Season. So it'd be this one. Oh, he's gonna have different variations too. Okay. So I'm trying to like avoid the ones where it has like a card that's like not available anymore and stuff, right? Which probably does exist within these cards, but I'm just not gonna look through all that. But yeah, he does get some oh, hold on. His dribbling is horribly formatted. But yeah, I'm not gonna listen. I know he's 5-star, 5-star, you know, cool stuff, but reactions and composure is so low on the card, man. That is so unbelievably low. John Morcillo. 5-star, 5-star, John Morcillo. Medium, 6 foot tall, medium, 5-star, 5-star. Rapid intercept, incisive pass, tiki-taka. Yeah, it looks like a decent card. Not too bad. Probably give him a hawk as well, I would say. Probably. Or a marksman. You know, and you just work with the sprint speed being a little bit lower, but you still give him the dribbling boost to make him feel as responsive as possible. Shooting boost. Sprint speed is still in an okay area. So yeah, 5-star, 5-star for this guy. Not too bad. Not too bad for him. Impoku. Incheon United. What is this? I don't know what team this is, guys. From what league? K-League? Oh. Word. This is like a really cool evolution for like the sentimental cards, man. A lot of cool options to work with there. For a Congo DR player, not too bad. Hunter chemistry style for sure. 90s for dribbling and stats, eh? Pace boosts, very high pace. Shooting is in a good area. Passing is in the 90s. Dribbling is in the 90s. He has some defensive stats. Like, that's a pretty cool card. Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool card, especially for the side positions or the striker position. W. Extinct? 10,000 coins for him. But yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of choices for this one. There, we can go down the list like crazy on this one. Lazio player, what is this? Pedro 2.0? What are you looking at over here? Johnny. Controlled Spain, Syria. 5-star, 4-star. Left-footed, that's actually nice, because left-footed players for the shots across goal is always really nice to work with. In his case, you know what? This card looks interesting, because I would probably go... Sniper, maybe? No, which one is the one that gives not finisher? Marksman? Oh, Marksman would look nice on him, actually. Excuse me. Yeah, Marksman would actually look decent on him, because the Marksman gives him a pretty significant pace boost. Shooting is going to be essentially perfect. Dribbling massively increased. Left-footed player that starts off in the left-hand side too, right? So you don't necessarily need to switch that in-game. Passing is going to be in a good area. He does have physical stats. And he actually had initial playstyles too, eh? Look at that. Long ball pass and stuff too. Not bad. Not bad. Very significant improvements as well. This This is Rayo Vallecano, right? I would avoid it for the center backs. Personally, I would avoid it for the center backs for sure, because you kind of want some actual playstyle pluses for the defensive stuff in that area, I would say. Try to go for like side position players, cams, strikers. This one would make a lot of sense for those types of players. But like the center backs, like you're doing those ones, in my opinion, more for sentimental value than it is for like in-game value. Like this card right here, right? This is a huge sentimental card for the Manchester United fan base, right? That's a card that is very, very well formatted and very usable, right? This is a really nice looking card because you can now go in the direction of, again, giving him an anchor chemistry style, really big pace boost, defensive boost is pretty massive, physical boost is pretty massive, shooting also in a very good area as well, because you don't necessarily have to go on an anchor chemistry style route. You can actually not even focus on improving his pace if you use him as the attacking oriented center mid. You can kind of go in the direction of giving him a gladiator, right? Because the gladiator would give him that massive finishing boost, defensive boost massively increased as well. And it's a well formatted card, right? 5-star, 4-star capability. They have the regular intercepts, so you're improving that interception stat as well. The card looks really cool, right? Like it looks like very usable, right? High visibility into Ultimate Team of the Season glove. Probably has a few other options as well if you've been improving him as time has gone by. So W to anybody that's been improving that card, because he looks really cool, to be fair. Center back. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody like pretty big here. Palmer's the one that's trending the most because of the Chelsea links and stuff too. Look at this, a Portuguese player, Leonardo Lopez, 5-star, 4-star on this guy, who actually has defensive stats. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like if you go down this route, this makes more sense because the card has defensive capabilities. And the way that he's formatted on a shadow chemistry style, it's very usable, right? Shooting's in a decent area, pace is being massively improved. He's a 5'6" player. This is a guy I would never use in my entire life, but the improvements are nice. Would it be a kind of a waste on this guy because you're probably not going to use him for a long period of time? Sure, but for the Portuguese guys, I mean, honestly, with this evolution, there's probably going to be like a ton of Portuguese guys to work with. I mean, look, there's a card right here, Nazinho, right? Nazinho into a 4-star, 3-star player. I mean, you're not going to want to work with 4-star, 3-star nowadays, but if you're a Sporting fan, you're not going to care less. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't care less. You're just going to improve that anyways, right? Sosa, Brian. There's so many options. Like, the list will go on and on with this, for sure. The young, talented dudes are, like, the cool ones to get, right? They're cool, man. Like, this is a Sporting player that plays in the left back position, right? The thing is that like his defensive stats is pretty low. I mean, you can kind of go in the direction of giving him an anchor to improve that, but it would just be like cards like this for some people. It's just cool to have, you know, like they're gonna have in the team. They're gonna cook with these cards, if especially if it's like for sentimental value. Look at this one, Sporting player again, right? Liga Portugal. 5-star, 4-star, 6'1", medium high. This is a defensive oriented player that starts off in the center mid CDM position that you can now rotate into other areas if you want. He even has shooting capabilities, which is interesting because the card has good dribbling capabilities. Imagine using a card like this as your attacking oriented center mid with a medium high work rate. Like, it's possible because the playstyle pluses that they gave him are nice, and if you give him a shadow so that you can improve the interceptions part, the pace boost, the defensive boost is really significant because the shooting's in a good area, passing's in a good area. For the Sporting fans, again, huge W there as well, right? Oh, Guy is most likely going to do this guy, that's for sure. Most likely going to do this guy, 5-star, 4-star. That's a pretty significant improvement there. Oh, Turkish player. I have a soft spot for Turkish people, man. I don't know what it is. Turkish people are cool, man. They're cool. I've only had a good experience, Turkish people. 5-star, 4-star, 6 foot tall, high medium work rates. This is more for like usability, I would say. Yeah, but you know, Turkish player, they don't really have that many meta cards, right? So you can't really go wrong with this one, to be honest. Marksman chemistry style, maybe, or Maestro, maybe. I'm thinking Maestro just because of the reactions boost, because when you're working with a card like this who's already 6 foot tall with a low balance and stuff, like you're probably just going to work with that anyways, you know? Or you could kind of go in the direction of just giving him an engine to increase that balance to work with the fact that he's given first touch plus and the press proven plus, right? Andre Santos from Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea fans are 100% going to be interested in this one. This guy is 100% going to be extinct without a shadow of a doubt. Yep. Chelsea player, Brazilian links, turns into a 5-star, 4-star player, has defensive stats, doesn't have interceptions. But again, guys, like usability wise with these types of players, and we've probably said this a billion times in this video, but attacking oriented center mid, again, that's the best way to make these sort of guys as usable as possible. Or, you know, you can kind of go in the direction of using them in the side positions in general. Like if I'm playing 4-2-3-1 and I use them as like a right attacking mid, sure, but it wouldn't really feel right with a card like this. Like this is a card you got to use in the midfield setup, and in order for him to feel usable and nice, you got to give him that shadow, right? But again, the improvements are very cool for a card like that. This guy Cyprian, he used to always get like SBC cards and stuff. Remember this guy Cyprian? 5-star, 4-star, shadow chemistry style. Improvements are decent. They, again, given good play styles as well. If you need a French midfielder that plays in the Serie A, you can totally go down this direction. Be careful with these types of cards, though, guys, because cards, a lot of times with evolutions, they need to have good base mechanic stuff for them to actually feel nice. For a lot of these cards, they're just cards that they're improving to be significantly better in the current meta of the gameplay for them to be usable, really. But they definitely need like certain playstyle pluses for them to feel like super, super nice. It's just kind of how that goes down, right? Millwall for Brian, 5-star, 5-star. So this is a cool evolution because honestly, like if I were to go down the sentimental route, right? Like let's just say, as an example, I go with the evolutions, I go for ultimate team of the season glow up, and then I go for the specific filter here. How do I go for the filter? Active evolutions. Meta rating. Sorry guys, what? Oh, it wasn't working for a second. I was blind. I'm legally blind. Let's just do this, man. Let's just do this, right? If I'm going sentimental value, who can I get? Well, sentimental value for me is cooked. Chained or chained? Oh, it doesn't matter. Sentimental value is cooked for me. Like I said, usability wise, I can go down this route. Well, are you telling me these sporting guys they just have a bunch of options, and for me, no chance, bro. They just got nothing for me. You'll click, my G. There we go. Let's see. Club. Sporting. No. Yes. Oh my, look, brother. Look how many options these guys have, man. What, do you think this is fair? This isn't fair. 5-star, 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. Look at all the young lads getting some improvements, bro. That's kind of crazy, man. What else we got here? Let's see. I want to see some ones that like really pop up to me here. Again, center backs, I wouldn't go down that route. I don't know if playstyles works the same way for the old gen. Like maybe if you're on the old gen, sure, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know, my dude. I don't know. Look, again, with these guys, big defensive boost, right? So it's like, oh yeah, 4-star, 4-star, but big defensive boost because you go in the direction of giving him an anchor. Yeah, probably an anchor to boost the pace, defending, and the physicality, but he has shooting. Spanish player that plays for Zurich. What is this from? CSSL? What is that? I actually don't know what this is. L ball knowledge from your boy. I don't know. I don't know. Pedro Diaz, center mid, 85 defending, 5-star, 5-star. That's crazy. Like these are huge improvements. Shadow chemistry style, increase the interceptions to work with the play style. Good play style, plus this could potentially attack as well. Extinct as well. Oh man. Haraldson, Menes, Pereira. Pereira from what? Center mid, 83 defending. Ulat. Oh, Croatian player. Croatian guy, not too bad. Not too bad. Usability wise, right? Sentimental wise, not necessarily for the meta. Politic. French player, high medium. What do you give this guy? A marksman as well? Probably a marksman, right? Marksman chemistry style to increase dribbling, shooting, and physicality since his pace is already in a decent area. 5-star. I mean, 5-star, 5-star. Really cool too. Paulo Bernard from Benfica. Look at this. 5-star, 5-star, 5'11", medium, low work rates. Like, if you go down this direction, you're not getting like super meta cards. You're getting cards that you can actually use in the meta of the gameplay. Like, that's what it like really comes down to be honest with you. That's what it comes down to. These guys look pretty cool too, right? 5-star, 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. Romario Barro was the card we saw earlier. Real Madrid player for the Real Madrid fans. Italian center forward, 5-star, 4-star. Romario Bardo gets some like nice improvements, eh? People don't go down this route because they know that this card is not that crazy, right? Like, if you do use him in your team, like, you're using him as the attacking range center mid and nothing else. You could potentially use him as an attacker, to be honest. Like, 5'11", medium work rates, you know? On the Hunter chemistry style, you get a pretty significant pace boost and a shooting boost. You'd probably have to work with the dribbling a little bit, maybe. Quote unquote, maybe, because they give him good play styles, right? Intercept, incisive pass, tiki-taka. I mean, listen, the usability is there, man. The improvements are nice. If this was like me playing the game, and this is like the older FIFAs, bro, I'm all over this. You know, I'm all over that. Domingo Shkina, left mid. No defensive stats on that guy. Trying to see if I see anybody like main team wise. Giyu's gonna have a few options with the Korean guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it for like the mainstream players. There's going to be a lot of options, guys. Honestly, if you go down the sentimental route, there's going to be a ton of really cool options you can go with, right? Like, if I take out these filters and you go with some of these guys here, you're just going to see a bunch of 5-star players for different sort of leagues, for players that provide you easy chemistry links as well, for a really W evolution. Like, there's going to be a ton of stuff to work with this. So definitely look into all of this stuff, especially if there's like some chained evolutions that could potentially be something that you could potentially be interested in, especially if they're cards that are from your country, right? If you're building that sort of team in your squads, right? So yeah, W evolution, man, a lot of really cool stuff to work with on this one. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.